Alright, today we've got this yellow bubblegum 7-pot. It's nice bleeding calyx, bleeds up into the stem. Nice big calyx on the top, very typical of all the bubblegum variants. Nice sized pod, very similar to the red in many respects. This was sent to me by Stephen Canada at Pepper Geek Farms. Thanks Stephen, I really appreciate your generosity. And it's a good sized pod too. Here's our yellow bubblegum 7-pot, and inside looks very nice, looks like a typical super hot yellow pod, and not so much placenta as some of the reds and especially the chocolates. There are little bits of oil, I don't know if you can quite see them, little bits of oil over here, not much, just looks slightly discoloured here on this part of the placenta. There's just tiny little bits of oil there, but looks pretty nice. Smell is sort of fresh, a little bit fruity, touch of sweetness, kind of reminiscent of a yellow 7-pot, to me anyway. But yeah, what a cool pod. Just how many bubblegum variants will we have by this time next year? So, let's get ready and knock it down. Well, we're back here again, and today, as you've seen from the quick intro, today we have this rather splendid looking thing. This is a yellow variant of the 7-pot bubblegum, sent to me by Stephen Canada, Pepper Geek Farms. Thanks Stephen. And it's a great looking pod, it just really is. I said in the intro that there wasn't much smell to it, but it's released quite a bit more since I said that for some reason. It's quite citrusy and a little bit of sweetness. Now, I sometimes think these super hot pods tend to smell a little bit like Crayola crayons. Yeah, and this one's no real difference. It's sort of a plasticky, waxy, it's an odd smell, but it just kind of smells like those crayons do anyway. Yeah, go figure, what can I tell you. But it's quite a nice smell. Yes, you should get on with it then. So I give you the yellow 7-pot bubblegum. Cheers. It's immediately hot, it's very sweet, and quite fruity. Fruity in a citrus kind of way. So that sharp, citrusy tang. It really is hot. The more I chew it, the sweeter it gets. There must be a ton of sugar in the skins, I think. But it's really hot. It's all in my throat. Oh. It's so hot in my throat, it's hard to breathe. But it's still very, very sweet. That's sort of the overriding element of the flavour. The sort of citrus sweetness. That's really hot. It's all throat. It's very aggressive for a yellow pod. It's all throat burn. Now it's starting to hurt my tongue as well. It really is a very aggressive burn for a yellow pod. So I have a block of coal, burning coal in the back of my throat, and then another one sat on my tongue that's just absolutely frying it. It's hard to know which one hurts the most. And surprisingly for a yellow pod, it's taken away all the taste. It's so hot it's scoured the tongue, and I can't taste anything anymore. It's just really painful. Wow, that's a real screamer of a yellow pod. Yeah, so I've gone to the back of my tongue, the top of the roof of my mouth and at the back, and then back into the throat. That really does hurt a lot. It's just about peaking now, I think. It's hard to talk, my throat hurts so much. At least I can breathe now, I guess. Okay, we're on the way down now. Just. Starting to get a little bit of a endorphin rush in my fingers. I want some ringing in my ears too. I can't say that very often with yellow pods. Yeah, going down slowly. That's a real screamer. Yeah, I think the worst thing is the ringing in my ears. I've got this incredible loud piercing sound in my, it's ringing in my ears. It's quite odd. Fingers are really tingly. Toes too. Yeah, it's really starting to go down now. Get the taste, just starting to get the flavour back. That still hurts though. Wow. Really sweating a lot. Lots of drool, saliva. My nose is running a lot, and it's just hanging around. It's just not really going away. It just really hurts. There's a specific spot in the back of my throat that feels like somebody's hitting it with a red hot poker. Well, I didn't expect it to be that hot or that painful. It's more painful than hot. It's certainly very hot, but the pain is really quite incredible. Excuse me. That's a hell of a pod, Stephen. That's that really is quite a spectacular yellow pod. It's screaming hot, but it is usable because the flavours are pretty good. The aftertaste is a little bit more plasticky, with like an undercurrent of sort of grassy greenness. no real sweetness in the aftertaste, but it's not unpleasant by any stretch. Might sound it when I say it's plasticky or like crayon, but it sort of adds to a whole flavour that is really quite good. Yeah, it's definitely tanking now. It's really starting to fade. I'm absolutely dripping wet. Well, that was unexpected. That was a short but pretty violent ride. And what can I say? Excellent pod, really great. Beautiful looking thing. Stephen did a great job with it, and yeah. Don't think my stomach's going to be too unhappy. It really is a very painful pod without being ridiculously hot. Incredibly painful. Just incredibly so. Yeah, it's pretty much done now. I've just got a bit more than a warm glow in the mouth and somewhat more volcanic glow in my stomach. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So, thanks a lot for watching. That was Yellow Bubblegum 7 pod. Thanks. Cheers.